I had never ventured into the open ocean. For the first time in my life, I could gaze out over the ocean waves and let my thoughts drift. What lies behind its ever-changing nature? What does that unfamiliar world, several thousand meters beneath our feet, mean to us? Our distant ancestors lived in the ocean some 300 million years ago. This journey feels like a homecoming to a long-lost place. We'll descend and see it for ourselves. This is our vessel, Xiang Yang Hong 09. Though aging, it is sturdy and graceful. We depart from Qingdao, cross the South China Sea, sail through the Indonesian archipelago, pass the equator, and make a brief stop in Mauritius, an island nation in the Indian Ocean. Most of the expedition team will board the ship there. Mounted on the stern is China's first deep-sea manned submersible, Jiaolong. Our destination is a mysterious seafood in the Indian Ocean, cloaked in black smoke, and never visited by humans before. Boarding the ship with luggage in Mauritius feel like the start of a vacation cruise. But in reality, this is a group of explorers ready to confront the unknown. They come from China National Deep Sea Center, various research institutes and universities. The team is a diverse mix of pilots, engineers, scientists, and trainees, most of them young.
Gao Shang, welcome.
You've been working hard.
How's the sea state? Much better than our first leg to the Pacific earlier this year.
Really?
It was crazy.
Then let's set sail and get going, while the weather's still good.
Pilot trainees Zhang Yi and Zhao Xingyao warmly picked up an Australian camera woman on our behalf. She's in charge of the international edition of Diving Deep.
Action.
First time here.
Yes. So my name's Rachel.
Jiang Wei.
Looks like we'll be working together on board.
Yes, about a month or so.
You're the cameraman.
Yes.
And I'm the camerawoman. Wow.
Switch it up. You guys, come over here. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Good.
Chunwei Dao.
Say again.
Chunwei Dao.
This is Rachel's first ocean voyage, and she's thrilled. By chance, her first encounter on board turns out to be the main character in our story. A scientist who dreamed of being a detective.
I started out in geophysics, but in 2005, I shifted to seafloor polymetallic sulfides and hydrothermal activity. It's exploratory work, just like being a detective. The only difference is that I don't investigate humans.
Our other main character, Professor Xiang, is a microbial oceanographer. Rational and speculative.
This voyage to the Southwest Indian Ocean has a clear scientific goal: to determine whether the region's biodiversity is more similar to that of the Pacific or the Atlantic. The area we're heading to remains one of the world's least studied regions.
Bow thrust half to port.
Bow thrust half to port.
Full astern to port. Bow thrust full to port.
Bow thrust full to port.
At 5 p.m. on December 18th, after the last expedition member boarded, Xiang Yang Hong 09 departed from Port Louis, Mauritius, heading toward the horizon of the Southwest Indian Ocean. 2,000 kilometers away lies the mid-ocean ridge. Beneath the ocean swells the mid-ocean ridge, the longest range on Earth, stretches silently. If the ocean were to be drained, Its grandeur would be breathtaking. The mid-ocean ridge spans all oceans, winding around the globe for 60,000 kilometers. Its central rift can be over 10 kilometers wide and 1 to 3 kilometers deep. Like a massive dragon coiled beneath the sea, its ridge occasionally breaks through the ocean surface. In the Atlantic, Iceland, the Azores, Ascension Island, and the Galapagos are all parts of the ridge that rise above water. From these towering peaks, one can imagine the vast expanse hidden beneath the waves. The Rift Valley of the ridge is extraordinary. Its depths conceal immense geologic forces. We come here in search of one of the most exciting scientific discoveries of the past 2 decades: black smokers. The ocean is alive, and its breathing is intimately connected to our own. We're about to journey into its depths to feel the pulse of this blue planet. Xiaolong will descend along the southern slope of the mid-ocean ridge in the southwest Indian Ocean. The dive site owns a name from the Book of Songs, Longqi. Longqi is the destination of our journey.
See the white strip above? It's the reflective strip. At night, it ensures you're visible. This is a whistle. If a ship passes by, you blow it, and they'll come to your rescue. Once the captain gives the order, you jump without hesitation. Just jump and look straight ahead. The signal for our evacuation drill is like this.
I buckled it wrong.
Yeah. What?
I bumped into the basin. Zhangli. Zhangli,
Yes?
which lifeboat is yours? Check it.
Number 3.
It's on the left.
I know.
I'm on the right.
You go out and turn right.
She's on the left. Why tell her to turn right?
This way, this way.
This way. Go. Go.
This way.
This way.
The evacuation drill is the first lesson on board, and everyone must take part. That's the rule on all research vessels worldwide.
Li Yongyu,
Here.
Zhang Pianpian.
Here.
After departure, weather forecaster Yan Han issued a warning. There was a storm in the Longqi area, with waves reaching 12 meters high. This bad weather had everyone concerned. The command center had no choice but to switch to a backup site nearby to dive. They couldn't just sit idle. Each leg lasts a month, with 10 dives planned. Too many storms could derail the expedition plan. The Southwest Indian Ocean is not welcoming. Two key members of the Xiaolong team are among China's first professional submersible pilots. They've been involved since the development and sea trials of Xiaolong, and they're only in their early 30s now.
I'm Tong Jialing, born in Suining, Sichuan Province. I'm a pilot from China National Deep Sea Center. I've done over 40 dives. I've been to the Pacific. And now I'm in the Indian Ocean. I find this job deeply fascinating. I really enjoy doing it.
I don't think anyone's life is fully planned out. When our country selected its first batch of submersible pilots, I hesitated for ages. Looking back, well, I'm glad I took that step. This job never feels repetitive. You never know what the ocean will throw at you next time.
At sea, under normal conditions, Xiaolong dives every other day. Tong Jialing and Fu Wentao take turns piloting. One goes down. The other handles maintenance and prep of the submersible. Look at these young faces. Jialong, a significant national asset, is now in their hands. Before each dive, team leader Ding Zhongjuan feels much pressure. This voyage falls during the handover phase, a period when problems are most likely to happen.
During the handover phase, I have a request. I didn't ask for this before. But now I want all faults found during checks and the troubleshooting to be reported to me. Got it? You report to Yi Chong, but also to me.
Dr. Tao, you're first tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow? Tomorrow morning.
Oh,
I'm here for training and getting familiar with things today.
Can you do it yourself? Come on.
Oh, where's the next step?
Jiaolong is open. It will accept not only Chinese scientists, but also international applicants. Rachel became the first foreigner ever to enter Jiaolong.
Man, it's really hot in here. Wow, it's hot. It's tiny.
Tiny.
Report the main secondary and backup battery voltages.
Main at 120.8 volts, secondary at 25 volts. Hold on, powering up. Released.
Status nominal.
First, welcome to Jiaolong.
Thank you so much. It's amazing to be here.
Yes, and as you see, the ball, 2.1 meters.
Of the sphere.
Yes. And it can take 3 people. This place is for pilot,
Yes.
and this place is for scientist.
So the pilot, so I'm sitting with the scientists.
Yes, down here.
And you know, the back. This is the life supporting system. Through this, control the.
The ocean dragon.
Yes, the ocean dragon. This is Jiaolong's hand.
Oh.
It is in sync with the real hand outside.
The idea that when you're down so far beneath the surface and so much pressure and there's no escape. No escape. You can't go through the window or open a door. What does it feel like?
Deep sea exploration is a pursuit for the brave. Why do we build manned submersibles? Looking back at the pioneers of deep sea diving may give us some clues. This is a tranquil town on the U.S. East Coast, named Woods Hole. Much of what humanity knows about the oceans comes from here, as the renowned Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution is in this town. On June 5, 1964, the town bustled with excitement as it witnessed the official handover of Alvin, the first deep-sea manned submersible capable of scientific missions. Over the next half-century, Alvin located a lost hydrogen bomb, studied the environmental impact of deep-sea oil spills, and filmed documentaries on the Titanic wreck. More importantly, it unveiled the awe-inspiring world of deep-sea life. Jiaolong gave China the ability to send humans into the deep sea. This capability plays an irreplaceable role in marine exploration and development, addressing ocean-related national crises and the future of deep-sea industries. In the morning, as Dr. Tao climbed into the manned capsule, Jiaolong's first dive in the southern hemisphere commenced. As usual, the first dive is an engineering dive to ensure everything is in good working order. It was also Dr. Tao's very first dive.
3-2 to Chief Commander. VHF is functioning. Test done. Everything's normal.
With everything seemingly in order, Jiaolong began its descent. Now, everyone's nerves relaxed, with a light mood on the afterdeck.
I thought you were talking about the submarine.
Submarine.
You gave me a scare.
So, when are you guys sending someone down in it?
Right, that's a must before one goes down in a submersible.
Exactly.
However, something seemed amiss.
Cable.
Yifan, deploy the cable.
Bring out the spare one. Quickly in the electrical room.
There seems to be an issue, but nothing serious. This is just an engineering dive, issues are expected, but I didn't expect to resurface so soon. That definitely isn't in the plan. But it's fine, because they joked I'd set personal dive record, 3.1 meters. I said, sure.
Jiaolong had communication and grounding issues. So the command center immediately called off the dive. The snapped cable came as a surprise, though.
Well, for safety's sake, we spliced at least 5 or 6 times, right?
More than that.
Yeah, 3 would have sufficed, but we added extra just to be safe, so there's no way it'll snap there.
That hook, I mean, how on earth did it come loose today?
At dawn, Engineer Yi Tsong from Institute 702 rushed to the after deck. After overnight repairs, Jiaolong is set to dive again today. The acoustic communication system is ready. Today's pilot is still Fu Wentao.
Thread it through and add another. It was a bit loose.
Okay, done.
Test pilot Yi Tsong is the first person to dive with Jiaolong. Jiaolong is about to be commissioned. He'll have to bid farewell to the vessel he's worked with for years.
Yesterday, after surfacing, I washed all my clothes and took a shower. At sea, all sorts of hiccups happen, especially with a new vessel. It's all pretty normal, honestly. In fact, these issues help us prepare better. It'll go more smoothly today. This phone here is for stereo photos, quite many.
Pretty hot inside, right, Dr. Tao? Yeah.
We're off now. I'm calmer than my first time. At that time, I was a little nervous. I gave a wave yesterday. Waved once my first time. Waving again felt odd, but still. I gave another wave anyway. Once the hatch closed, I settled down a bit. As Jiaolong descends, the water slowly rises past the portholes. And you know you're heading under. Then, bang! The hook above detached. Right? Then, you're in a free state. Waiting for orders.
The mothership should hold its heading for now.
Roger that.
Go holding.
Audio is clear, over.
Jiaolong, this is Xiang 9 calling.
Xiang 9, this is Jiaolong. Go ahead.
Are you still on the surface? There's a lot of static up here.
We're still here. Once we begin the descent, I'll let you know.
Roger that.
Descent begins. Current depth 10 meters.
Roger that. Wishing you a smooth dive. Wishing you a smooth dive, over.
December 22nd, 2014. A date to remember. China's first manned submersible Jiaolong. After an arduous development and sea trial process with setbacks and breakthroughs, crossed the equator for the first time, and dived into the unfamiliar Southwest Indian Ocean, undertaking the challenging task of exploring the unknown.
Three to 2 to Chief Commander. VHF is functioning.
Roger that.
Depth here should be about 2,984 meters.
Okay, stay sharp. We're close to seafloor.
Not yet. 30 meters left, seafloor not visible.
Thrusters, get ready.
The seafloor at nearly 3,000 meters deep is shrouded in eternal darkness. The hydrothermal vents that Dr. Tao searches for is hidden somewhere in this obscurity.
Attention. Eyes on the seafloor, 13 meters to go. Dr. Tao, you can look outside. Look down.
I can see the seafloor.
Which side?
I can see it beneath me here. White seafloor with rocks.
Where are we heading?
Facing the ridge.
You're facing the ridge. We can't see from here.
I can see it now.
7 meters to go.
You can see clearly now, right? There's a slope. Rocks and volcano. In clumps.
Wow, this area is steep.
Yeah, really steep.
Definitely more than 30 degrees, over 45 for sure. Wow, it seems to be from an eruption.
Yeah, like lava streaming down. Look straight ahead.
We are headed right for the target site. After reaching it, we climbed the ridge and investigated it for about 200 meters. Very steep. Some cliffs were extremely steep. They were super excited, as the volcanic ridge here looked nothing like the seamounts in the crustal zones they'd seen before.
We're now moving east. Current heading 297.
It's a north-south escarpment. No one knows what lies below. Check the temperature.
It's 1.7.
I see something yellowish there. On its surface, not much.
It's like a volcano erupted not long ago.
Yes, freshly formed volcanoes.
Dr. Tao, check what's here. That's worth sampling.
Skip sampling. Keep moving.
Jiaolong's lights only reach 7 to 8 meters. Navigating the surrounding terrain relies on sonar. Fu Wentao piloted with extreme caution. Bumping into the jagged basalt could be disastrous.
Looks like there's no strong current.
No big current.
Without strong current, it's harder for life to grow. The slope's leveling out. If you notice more small creatures, keep an eye out. When we start seeing those, we're getting close.
It's 26 degrees 8. I'll have them verify. Why is the mothership at 26 degrees? Xiang 9, please confirm your latitude. Is it 26 degrees? 8.9462 feet? Over. Please confirm.
That can't be right.
Really?
Yeah, that's completely off. They messed us up.
Let's go by our GPS.
Jiaolong, this is Xiang 9. Current mothership data. 27 degree 51.045 foot.
Transmission is unreliable. Stick with the earlier coordinates. Xiang 9, please send us the submersible's coordinates via text. Coordinates of the submersible. In text. Over.
We are now climbing uphill. It's all fault formations here. So if we find one of these, there's a good chance we'll find hydrothermal vents.
Switch to upward obstacle avoidance. There's something up front. Looks like an overhang. Target object, 16 meters up front. Don't push forward too far.
I'm not. I'm ascending and backing off a little.
You might be in a cave.
Or possibly a fault. It's not a cave on my side. We are inside a fault.
Up front 13 meters. Something's there. Keep your distance. Ascend and back away.
The mid-ocean ridge terrain is way more complex than anywhere else.
What does the black smoker look like?
We haven't seen one here before, but I think there may be one. Even if no smoker, there will be sulfide. There may be more creatures here. That's right.
Message from the mothership. Longitude 63 degrees 55.608. Latitude 27 degrees 51.0.
55,608.
It's okay, it's right here.
Oh, okay. We're back on track.
In the afternoon, scientists on the ship became busy, preparing to receive the first batch of samples. Brought back by Jiaolong. It was an engineering dive. But Dr. Tao wouldn't return empty-handed.
You're collecting the top section, right?
Wherever I can reach.
Okay.
Done? Good job.
Down there, Jiaolong came across a beautiful bamboo coral. The team decided to break off just a small branch, allowing the coral to continue growing.
That proves we're not greedy.
Not greedy.
We're the friendly type. Environmentally friendly. Okay. Here. Have a piece of beef to celebrate. Let's report the first coral sampling to them. Give them a bit of excitement.
No, probably won't work.
Not until we find a smoker.
No need to report this.
Then I'll skip it.
Smokers are seafloor vents that emit hot water. The hotter ones gush black smoke and are extremely rare. Our mission to Longqi aims to find black smokers.
We were continuing to ascend, and we were seeing many sea anemones. But these aren't hydrothermal vent anemones. Some rocks had tiny creatures that I couldn't name. Super tiny, looks almost fuzzy. Then I knew we were near a hydrothermal vent field. Moving forward on the top of a cliff, there was a carpet of anemones with crabs and shrimp. The shrimp were in crevices. And there were a key sign, a yellowish patch over there. We approached. There were many mussels, as well as barnacles. And I knew we were there. After arrival, we first placed the marker. Jiaolong JL87 as a sign.
The seafloor creatures were not freaked out by our submersible. It was not like that. Instead, they appeared curious and often came close, observing us closely. That fish moved slowly, typical of deep-sea species. They nicknamed it the village chief, as if this place were a village. Then a larger fish showed up, so we called it the party secretary.
In this low-temperature hydrothermal vent field, warm water seeps through underground fissures and disperses, creating an oasis for life on the freezing seafloor, where average temperature is 1 to 2 degrees Celsius. Finding hydrothermal vents means finding the cradle of deep-sea life. Sunlight is absent here. So are plants. Every visible creature, regardless of how plant-like they may seem, is an animal. The three curious Chinese in Jiaolong are the first humans they have ever seen.
Hello, Tao. How are you feeling? It's a great question.
Exciting. We're very exciting. This is a very successful dive. The first dive of Jiaolong in the Indian Ocean.
Thank you, Professor. You must be getting hungry, so hurry home for dinner.
By 5 p.m., Jiaolong neared the surface. Xiang Yang Hong 09, in a speed of 1 knot, kept a safe distance from the position where Jiaolong was about to surface. It kept raining harder.
Be careful, both of you. It's slippery.
At 5:30 p.m., Jiaolong surfaced on the left front of the mothership. They were back. The work of the frogmen is thrilling and dangerous. First, they must attach cables to Jiaolong. Once the mothership hauls it closer, they must climb aboard, through the waves like cowboys, to hook up the crane.
Rail car, move forward.
The scientists on board were eagerly awaiting the treasures in Jiaolong's sampling basket. Being a submersible pilot is demanding. It requires working underwater for 10 straight hours and undertaking Jiaolong's daily maintenance.
Wentao, the ladder's here.
Is it enough?
We can get more.
Where are they? Hurry.
As soon as Dr. Tao appeared, the young men couldn't wait to perform the first dive water splashing. Dr. Zhangli, meanwhile, was like a curious child, eager to see what Dr. Tao had brought back for her.
Over here.
Here, Dr. Tao.
We're waiting for you, here.
Right here.
Sit down.
The last bucket's warm water. Feels great. Thank you.
Let's hug.
Let's take a photo.
Please.
Thanks. Good job. Now we just wait for a major discovery. Congratulations.
Which way?
To the lab.
Put it in the lab?
Shells.
Here comes more. The second box.
Wow, so cute. What's this looking like? A nautilus?
Wait, let's arrange them.
Check them closely later.
Take them back to the lab. Back to the lab first. Looks like your net made a big difference.
Dr. Tao knows best.
So cute.
Careful, slower.
You go first.
Take the samples out. Get them out first.
Looks like rocks.
Zhou Yadong, hang on, that shell. We'll take a few gills. I don't need the rest.
Photograph it like this.
Okay, use this shot for all samples.
This thing looks like moss.
Right?
This stuff already came out.
When pressure drops, it ends up like this.
Zhou Yadong.
Yeah?
This thing's spewing water. Come check.
You don't need that, right?
Put a basin of culture water there.
Give me a little space.
Dr. Zhao. Ah, it fell.
My transfer zone.
Yes.
Could you help rinse the gills for us?
I said when Dr. Dao came up.
There was no smoker there. It was cold there. Give me some.
Big or small ones?
2 small ones.
Small ones will do. I don't need the big ones. I have some.
I'll take the gills out. The gills are clearly visible. See, the bamboo shape. The bamboo coral samples we collected in the past. I don't know why, probably cause they went up too slow. All had their central piths fall off. This one is perfectly intact, with all piths preserved.
Would it be too cruel to pluck them all? I'll keep going.
You can have both.
There's one more.
Seafloor oxygen levels are extremely low. They're adapted to low or no oxygen environments. But up here, oxygen is abundant. So we have to remove the oxygen when handling them, to keep the samples intact.
We missed a bigger one.
About 20 centimeters?
Yeah.
But it's hard to identify it just by appearance. We might have to rely on DNA testing. All dead, no alive, huh? Pretty much.
Jiaolong's first dive in the southwest Indian Ocean was a surprising success. The whole ship was buzzing with excitement. After a week of living and working together, the list of names we saw when we boarded the ship had turned into a vibrant and family-like community. Today happens to be Christmas. This is a ballast weight. Its mass must be precisely calculated to allow Xiaolong to descend, ascend, and navigate freely on the seafloor. Installing the ballast requires both strength and attention to detail.
Okay,
It's over.
Everyone is busy preparing for the second dive tomorrow. Professor Xiao Xiang, a microbial oceanographer, comes to the foredeck. His colleague Dr. Zhang Yu is working with the team to install a towing system that will collect data on water density, salinity, and temperature in the dive area. These figures can inform engineers about the seawater buoyancy, so they can calculate how much ballast Xiaolong needs. With a displacement exceeding 20 tons, Xiaolong may face a buoyancy deviation of hundreds of kilograms, enough to make it lose control. Most parts of Xiaolong are submerged and must withstand immense pressure while functioning properly. The largest sealed component is the titanium alloy manned sphere, which houses 3 people, along with all life supporting systems. It also serves as the hub for complex control and communication systems. All deep-sea submersibles in the world use spherical cabins, as the shape offers maximum resistance to pressure. In front of Xiaolong's chin is a 1-meter square steel frame called the sampling basket, which holds tools for seabed operations and collected samples. To maintain balance, every equipment loaded onto it must be weighed in advance.
Let's check with the science team how the weighing is done. In seawater or freshwater?
in seawater, I think.
All right.
From my perspective, mission tasks are important, but so is training new deep-sea scientists. So I'll make sure they don't bother you unless necessary. If you have questions, ask us, and we'll answer. Normally I won't be pointing fingers. That's annoying.
They didn't switch these to on. Alas.
You said they're supposed to be turned on after touchdown, right?
Yes.
They probably got so excited first time down there and forgot.
It's understandable.
Zhang Yi, is the power on?
Not yet.
Turn on the main switch, but leave all others off. Take a look.
Got it.
Zhang Yi, when are you diving?
No idea. Now the 24V grounding reads 0.14. I have no clue when my turn is either.
Waiting for the schedule?
Yeah. We're taking turns.
You'll definitely get a dive this time, right?
Yeah.
Good.
On the morning of December 26th, Xiaolong was about to dive. Since 6 a.m., Fu Wentao had began preparations. His colleague Tong Jiaoling, the pilot for this dive, was already inside Xiaolong. For scientist Xiao Xiang, it was his first dive ever. A rare opportunity, but he remained composed. A rainbow in the sky seemed like a good omen.
I wasn't particularly excited about this dive, because I went down with tasks in mind. Plus, a single dive is expensive. And so many people were supporting the operation. So every minute down there, I focused on achieving my scientific objectives.
Professor Zhao's scientific gear. Packed every inch of Jiaolong's sampling basket. Consider the number of marine scientists in China. And you'll know how precious this chance is.
What's this for? This one here.
It's a marker. It can also help capture microorganisms and small macroorganisms as well.
Oh, that cord. Why is it on the arm?
Let's head a bit south. Head to the marginal area.
The marginal area?
One of today's key goals is to assess the approximate size of its boundary. We have several points. Head south and see if anything's there.
We definitely found some up there.
This dive aims to compose the seafloor topography, delineate the boundary of extinct hydrothermal vents field, and identify microbial species. Microbiologist Xiang took over Dr. Tao's work, conducting geological surveys.
Charge Dao for this. That's so far away. A surcharge beyond the base fare.
We're close to the seafloor.
Time to work. Tong's doing all the work.
It's a slope here. Pretty steep.
The area feels bleak. During the dive, I just felt that it was really cold. Inside the submersible. Outside it's only 2 degrees Celsius. I think in such a confined space, the priority is scientific operations. So human comfort comes last. Ah, not bad. Not bad at all. Careful when you get up.
At over 3,000 meters down, the manipulator arm performed very well. It was a new one, especially. We also brought many new tools this time, including low and high temperature probes and some T-bars. The sampling basket was completely filled. How long do you need to probe, Dr. Xiao?
1 minute will do.
It collects one sample every 10 seconds. There's also a geothermal probe. I've never used this device in the ocean before, though it was fairly slim. It was over 1 meter long. Operating it to rotate with the manipulator arm required extensive care. And the next one was hydrothermal vent field.
Among all types of submersibles, manned deep-sea ones are operated by professionals and can carry scientists, engineers, and specialized equipment to perform complex tasks. At the time of this story, there were fewer than 7 such submersibles worldwide. Director James Cameron's Deep Sea Challenger, after its lone hero descent into the abyss, has since been sitting in storage at Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution. It's not a work-capable submersible, but Jiaolong, though it still needs technical improvements, dives the deepest among the 7, with a record of 7,062 meters.
Big shot scientist Xiang. Here. How does it taste?
Oops, my glasses.
Come on, well done.
To film in the extreme conditions of the deep sea, the crew rented a deep-sea camera from Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution. Integrating the system with Jiaolong depended on the engineers from CSSC 702 Institute. Working alongside them was both exciting and humbling for me.
Zhou Yadong, could you hand me a bottle?
Professor Xiang brought up a large number of seafloor rock samples, which kept the lab team busy. Naturally, Dr. Tao came by to check them out. But these rocks aren't entirely unrelated to biology. Scientists scrape material from their surfaces to bring back for colleagues to study. They're sure to find tiny, invisible life forms. Decades ago, the first person to witness abundant life at the ocean floor was a young marine biologist aboard the submersible Alvin. Stunned, he asked his professor at the surface, "The textbooks say the ocean floor is barren and lifeless, right?" But this wasn't our final destination. Everyone was waiting for the more promising site, Longqi. After 2 successful dives in the backup area, the research team sent word home. Jiaolong's seafloor missions in the backup area concluded successfully. Xiang Yang Hong 09 is setting sail and will arrive in Longqi 3 days later.